It is one day after the update and you guys know what time it is. It is time to discover the secrets of the update. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the first one has something to do with the Postscripts, which I think a lot of you guys liked a lot. But apparently you can actually do it in the 2.0 islands as well. And all you have to do is take out the end game device for this. So we're gonna go into the devices, look for the end game device. Apparently there's an option here. If you have an island converted, you can also have the post game type. Oh my god, you can actually have it. Oh, that is amazing. I think this is confirmed now that you can have the new ones, the new post game types, where you can basically customize them to your liking, available in the end game device, but not in the island settings. So this is obviously a little bit confusing. We do not have them in here, but we have them in the end game device. So if you want to have these new custom animations, you need to use the end game device to make them happen. The next one has something to do with terrain and the shockwave hammer. So apparently you can move terrain around with the shockwave hammer. So I was testing this out and you could not move everything with the shockwave hammer. So you cannot move devices, you cannot move like bigger things like the background buildings, but apparently you can move the terrain. So let's see. Okay, you cannot move these ones. So I think I'm close enough to actually make them move. Maybe with the attacks, maybe on them. But I saw the video was with the old terrain, so let me quickly... This one's very old because I used the objective device as barriers, which was basically the only way back in the days to make like custom barriers, like make them custom fit. So I found a little bit of old terrain and we're gonna just give it a try and hopefully... Oh my god, this is not good. I mean, of course it breaks the normal stuff, but it also breaks the terrain, or sometimes breaks the terrain, is not good. It looks like it's very inconsistent of what it breaks. Sometimes it breaks it, sometimes it doesn't. I can see that that is going to be a big issue. Apparently you can now create custom crosshairs within Fortnite Creative. So basically all you have to do for that is be on a converted island, a 2.0 island, pick out one of these, which is a HUD message device. You can find them under the devices and then you can type in HUD, for example. All you need to do is basically whatever you want to be your crosshairs. So for example, I have the sunglass emoji here, and make sure that you show it on round start. Make sure that's instant from the time start. The text style depends on how large you want to have your crosshair. So I have it on extra large. Very important here, and that's the only reason why this is possible. This is new. Placement has to be custom, and then make sure that it's on center. You should also make sure that you maybe turn off your crosshair, or there's an actual device, which is this one right here. You basically go to the display rectile option over here and then make sure that it's never shown. You do not have to actually limit yourself to smileys. You can go very custom with this one, but I think that's a really cool update. Alright, there's one other thing with the HUD message device which I completely overlooked, and that is because I don't read anymore. In the message over here on the top, it says down below, you can see set the text to be displayed by the device, use brackets, player name, brackets to show the local player name, which basically means that we can put that in and it will basically display whatever player name the player interacted with this device on the screen without actually typing in the player name. So for example, we can type in hey and then player name, you suck. And now if we start the game, we can see we didn't type in Richie Tunes, but in a few seconds it will pop up, hey Richie Tunes, you suck. Which is kind of rude, but I typed it in, so it's fair. But that's one of the things which was really missing in Fortnite Creative, that we can actually talk to players directly without like having to type in millions of names or having to have millions of devices and knowing the players on the map, with just simple commands that actually detect the player's name, which is really cool. Okay, so I was wondering if any other devices which have like custom text in them can do that as well. So we have the tracker here, the XP device, and I know it works in the pop-up dialog because it actually says that down here. But I'm still curious to see how this is going to work in the other devices, or if it's going to work at all. So the first one is the tracker, and it says hey player name. Okay, that apparently does not work. The next one is the allocate device. We have hey player name, so that doesn't work as well. And in the pop-up, I know it works because it obviously says that in there. So it only works on the ones which actually say it. But I think that having it actually in the HUD message device now is really cool and something that I completely overlooked. All right, so before we end this up, how freaking cool is this new hub? Like, you can actually ski dive here. 85 meters. Alright, so the last one on this has something to do with this ancient game mode already, which I feel like just fell under the radar for everybody. Creative Royale. And apparently in Creative Royale you can actually now have XP. So let's have a look. Go into the devices. Obviously the devices are a little bit different, but I can already see we have the Accolade device here, which obviously allows us to get custom XP. Which is still pretty strange because we can still not use supported creator system here. And I actually haven't seen a single Creative Royale map in Discovery, so you need a ton of players to actually activate XP, but you cannot use it as supported creator. This whole system is a little bit weird. I like the concept of it a lot, but I think it fell a little bit under the radar. And that wraps it up for this video. Hope you enjoyed this one, hope you learned something, and I will see you guys back in the next one.